opportunities here at Boone, I feel prepared and confident headed off to college next year. I have been able to take AP Government online, honors chemistry and composition in the classroom at the high school, and various DMAT classes at the Boone campus for dual credit.
My favorite class in high school is physics. I believe that it has really helped to develop my critical thinking skills, which I know will be a necessity next year in college, particularly in my science-related major.
In high school, I really appreciated all the teachers that were willing to come in and help us students with extra help.
Something that's really helped me in high school was the ability to take DMAT classes through the school. I really got the feel for college classes before going to college, so that'll help me succeed better when I get to college.
My favorite class this year has been honors composition because it's given me some really good opportunity to get prepared for college, and it also gave me an opportunity to get college credit.
I think it's great that they encourage us to be involved in so many different activities. This year I'm president of the Student Council and National Honor Society, and I've still managed to play in 3 varsity sports.
The mission of the Boone Community Schools is to provide for every student the opportunities to achieve excellence in the classroom and in extracurricular activities, and to develop as a person of good character. Today's graduates step into a world full of challenges. The job market at every level has become more and more competitive. In the book, The World is Flat, Pulitzer Prize-winning author Thomas Friedman documents the great changes taking place in our time. Lightning-swift advances in technology and communications are creating challenges for all of us to run faster just to stay in place. For the next few minutes, we'll highlight some of the programs and special opportunities provided by Boone Community Schools to help students prepare for the challenges in a global world of competition.
Well, you know, research is showing now that these kids nowadays their brains are wired differently than they used to be in years past. They learn by technology. They're digital natives now, and they need to have technology, and that's the way their brain learns. And the more that we can put them in that situation to learn by integrating the education and the technology into their classroom, the better off they are going to be.
These are second graders learning to use digital cameras at Ryman Gardens on the ISU campus in Ames. Back in the classroom, the photos are printed, and the second graders take great pride in preparing Father's Day cards.
Roses are red, bats are blue. Did you know that I love you?
Working as teams, middle school students build robots with Lego products and then build programs to compete in the Lego League competition. The program is sponsored by Iowa State and the Rockwell Collins Corporation. All teams start with the same Lego kit, build their robot, and then program it to perform specified tasks. Points are awarded on how successfully the robot performs each task. 8th grader Seth Woolston explains one major task in the 2009 competition at Iowa State.
Most of the points were on this, where if you push this in, it closes the window, and if you turn this, it opens the window, and then pushing this will also raise the house.
The team designs a separate program for each task.
For making a program, basically what you do is on the computer, it's really easy, where you just drag some icons on, like go forward, and then you tell it how long you want to go forward. Turn right, and then say how long you want it to turn.
I think the computer programming has really opened a lot of kids' eyes to this isn't so hard. So I think the programming, the building are huge to get these kids interested in science and technology.
Technology innovations such as smart boards are being used in classrooms as real-time visual display tools. In this high school science class, students are illustrating various properties of metals. In an ag leadership class, a smart board is used to display a web-based interactive tutorial for studying wholesale cuts of beef. Originally, Technology for Schools was partially funded by state grants. In recent years, without the state funding, financial support from Beef and the Leonard Good Trust has been instrumental for maintaining a higher level of technology all across the Boone district. Teachers in the middle school and the high school science departments are using inquiry-based learning for developing better critical thinking skills for our students.
Especially at the middle school level, they're so used to getting black and white problems, but they're not used to going above that and thinking for themselves. And so by looking at inquiry-based learning, they now have to come up with a step-by-step solution to the problem and really create that experiment themselves. And so the project that we're looking at today, I gave them guidelines. You have so many sheets of paper, so many meters of tape, and then they had to set up a project to meet certain requirements. They needed to come up with a contraption that would keep a marble rolling for at least 10 seconds. They're doing this lab specifically based off of Newton's first law. So an object in motion wants to stay in motion unless acted on by an unbalanced force. And so that marble, once it was set in motion, it wanted to stay in motion, and they were coming up with those unbalanced forces to try to slow it down. And we gave them a critical thinking test at the very beginning of the school year and had them take it again in the end, and we've seen a great increase in the critical thinking.
Bienvenidos a la clase de Advanced Placement Español. Ole!
Taking accredited advanced placement classes is one way for high school students to earn college credits. These students are taking AP Spanish right in their high school classroom. Boone also offers AP online courses. The AP courses available online include government, macroeconomics, microeconomics, English literature and composition, English language and composition, psychology, U.S. history, Western civilization, and statistics. Many Boone students are also taking college courses at the Boone campus of Des Moines Area Community College. Some 40 students each semester are taking advantage of the dual enrollment opportunity. Some have actually received a 2-year AA degree from DMAC a few weeks before receiving their high school diploma. Other students, some 50 each semester, are taking vocational courses through the DMAC Hunziker Career Center in Ames.
DMAC Hunziker Career Center is a great opportunity for students to go get technical programs. They are given the opportunity to take advantage of our technical classes such as welding, auto mechanics, carpentry, culinary arts, a number of different things, CNA, a number of different classes that are the most expensive classes for the public schools to run. So we can pool those resources, and we can also save the public schools some money and help them to be able to put those resources someplace else.
Boone is one of a select number of schools across the country invited each year to participate in the World Food Peace Prize Youth Institute in Des Moines. Boone's most recent participant, Colin Weaver, talks about what he learned during the 3-day conference.
Well, first of all, I learned all about the World Food Prize, and I learned about this great foundation that's based in Des Moines that I had no idea about. And I also just kind of learned, about the work these people are doing to help end hunger in the world, and all through scientific means, through lab research, and that really interested me.
Colin was also intrigued by the summer internships offered by the Institute. He was among 60 students that applied, and one of only 15 students from across the United States selected for the prestigious 2009 Borlaug-Ruan International Internships.
I'll be in Beijing, China, and it's at a center called the Chinese Academy of Agricultural Sciences. So it's in Beijing, which is kind of in the northern part. I'll go there and more or less just be kind of like a lab assistant with a researcher named Dr. Mao, who's a bioinformatician. And I'll kind of have a small project of my own to work on. I won't know what that is until I get there.
Boone has participated in the Character Counts program since 2005. Staff members are currently focusing on a program called Positive Behavior Support, or PBS. The focus is on positive acknowledgement of what's going well in school, rather than focusing only on bad behaviors.
We have had parents say that the kids talk about it at home. When our building opened and we had some public tours on a Saturday, I remember, the adults were here walking around the building. They were elderly people here for some class reunions, and some of our middle school kids gave them tours, and they saw our posters around the building. And I remember when they finished the tour, one of the gentlemen said, "You know, all these kids deserve a red ticket today." So the kids shared what the program was about, and one of the adults said, "Not only do you have a nice building, but we like what you're doing here."
A sign of the outstanding quality of our staff is recognition by their peers across the state. Orchestra director Dave Swenson, now in his 28th year in Boone, is being honored as the Iowa String Classroom Teacher of the Year. This honor from his peers in the Iowa String Teachers Association. And recently, Kim Kitterman, director of Boone's Future Alternative High School, was honored as Iowa's Alternative Teacher of the Year. 3 of our current teachers at the middle school have achieved national board certification.
Only a handful of teachers nationwide have been so recognized, and we're very fortunate in Boone to have 3 of our current staff who do have the national teacher certification. It goes above and beyond what's normally called for, and it's a very rigorous program. It takes several years sometimes to achieve that certification. What it means is that they have truly been recognized as outstanding teachers in their field, and the better trained a teacher is, the higher quality of education our students do receive.
The opening of the new middle school in 2006 was a major step in the plans for upgrading facilities. It's a state-of-the-art, energy-efficient facility for 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, and a planned addition for 5th graders is scheduled to open in 2010. The school board has focused on 2 major objectives while developing a long-range facilities plan.
One is that we really will be putting students in higher quality, better facilities, and that's certainly something that I think our patrons will appreciate. The second thing is that these additions will also help us to be more efficient in our ongoing operational budget. And that's one of the things that's important in terms of being able to maintain high quality in the classroom and dedicating more resources to actual classroom learning.
Boone Community Schools, providing an educational environment that promotes excellence in academic and extracurricular activities and develops good character in our students.